Alejandra and her father, Roberto, recently moved from their old town to Mexico. Her father's reason is because his job as a chef in the city required them to move there. But there is another reason behind their move: to leave sad memories of the death of their mother and wife, Lucía. She died in a car accident, which is very sad for Alejandra and Roberto. After Lucía, Alejandra and Roberto decide to live a new life in a new city in hopes of finding new happiness there too. At that time, Roberto takes Lucía's car to the repair shop. When he was about to go home, Roberto got out of the car and left the car in the middle of a busy street. Roberto picks up Alejandra at the beach in a new, different car. Alejandra asks her father where the car they had was before, and Roberto replies that he has sold the vehicle. Roberto is always so sad and depressed about losing Lucía that he can't give Alejandra the attention she deserves. But he still tries to do his best so his daughter can be happy. The next day, Alejandra starts her first day at her new school as well as Roberto, who works as a chef in a restaurant. When Alejandra is standing alone in the middle of the field, a man named José comes and asks her to get acquainted. After that, he asks her to the cafeteria with other friends who were José's best friends. She meets Camila, Irene, Manuel, and Javier. They talk together, and Alejandra tells them where she comes from, her father's occupation, and other things about her life. Alejandra seems happy and comfortable because she makes a new friend on her first day. After school, Alejandra is invited to José's house to play with her friends. Before leaving, she calls Roberto to let him know she will play. Roberto agrees because he would be happy to see his daughter already has a friend. At José's house, Camila and Irene ask Alejandra if she has had a drug test. Alejandra has already done it and is worried because she has been using marijuana for the past week. But her friends calm her down and say that the school would not report it to Alejandra's father. Since then, Alejandra is increasingly convinced that the people around her have accepted her as she is. The next day, Alejandra's father is called to the school to inform him that Alejandra's test result was positive for drugs. His father was surprised because he never knew about it. Roberto wasn't angry, he just asked when Alejandra tried and with whom she did it. Alejandra answered honestly and promised never to do it again. Alejandra has her day as usual, and she looks happy. One day she asks permission from her father to go on vacation with her friends, and Roberto allows her. Arriving there, she gathers with her friends while playing, swimming, drinking, and doing other juvenile delinquency. The peak of her negligence is when Alejandra has sex with José in the bathroom. On the sidelines of their activities, José deliberately captures the moment to remember it. At night, Alejandra gets a call from her friend to check the internet. The video of Alejandra's scandal with José has spread widely on the internet. Knowing this makes Alejandra shocked and speechless. After that incident, Alejandra began to be teased and harassed by her friends. This situation makes her reluctant to go to school because she is embarrassed. The next day, José ventures to come to Alejandra's house to explain the scandalous video that has been spread. José says he doesn't share the video, but someone else takes his phone. José admits that he left his phone in the bathroom that day. After that, Alejandra decides to come to school as usual. Her friends show her the scandalous video and send her naughty letters that make her uncomfortable. While Alejandra is in the toilet, Manuel and Javier come in and record her secretly. They also harass her, which makes Alejandra slam Javier's phone. This commotion makes them called to the teacher's room. Javier admits that Alejandra has hit his phone because of group work problems. Worse yet, Javier asks her to replace his phone with a new type of expensive phone. Roberto can only comply with this wish so that there would be no more problems with his daughter. The next day, Alejandra is invited to gather with Camila and Irene. She is lent a transparent dress that makes her appearance look odd. Alejandra doesn't like it but still obeys her friend's orders. While Camila is taking care of Alejandra, Camila attacks Alejandra and insults her as a bitch. At the same time, Irene captures the moment to be disseminated. As it turns out, Camila is jealous of her because she is always with José. In comparison, Alejandra and José were only together when they were still in school with their other friends. Camila says this because she got fake information from Manuel. Manuel slandered Alejandra's name by telling Camila that Alejandra was with José all day. Alejandra is slapped many times, and her hair is cut almost bald. These things make Alejandra very sad, and there is nothing she can do. When Alejandra is alone in class, Javier approaches her and asks for her phone, which she wants to compensate for. Javier takes Alejandra's ring and puts it in his pants because Alejandra has not bought him a new phone. Alejandra is harassed for the umpteenth time, and Javier asks to take her ring from his pants. Alejandra ventures to take it and immediately attacks Javier because her patience has run out with Javier's treatment of her. But in the end, she still gives Javier the new phone she promised. During the study, the teacher provides information that they are going on vacation somewhere and has to give permission letters to their parents as proof of their participation. The children are delighted to hear that, but Alejandra looks so normal, even sad. However, it turns out that Alejandra still decides to go on vacation despite knowing the rottenness of her friends. When the teacher comes out of class, suddenly Alejandra's friends approach her and give her a surprise because it is her birthday. They bring her a cake and sing a happy birthday song for her. It turns out that the cake is made of dirty material from the toilet, and Alejandra is forced to eat it. Alejandra can only be silent and resign to being made fun of by her friends. Finally, she can't hold it anymore and vomits the cake. After that, Alejandra comes home with a clean face as if nothing has happened. She doesn't want her father to know about what happens to her at school. The day comes when the children at school go on vacation. Arriving there, Alejandra goes straight to her room and already has two of her friends there. When Alejandra wants to go to the bathroom, her friends forbid her to go there. But in the end, they allow Alejandra to use the bathroom. It turns out that her friends have bad intentions of locking Alejandra there. A cupboard blocks the bathroom door, so Alejandra can't get out. They search Alejandra's bag and take the things they like. Until the evening, Alejandra is still in the bathroom. Her friends take the boy to a party in the room. There are drunks, smoking, and kissing, which make the room very messy. Not long after, Manuel enters the bathroom, where Alejandra is locked up. He sees Alejandra, who is sleeping, and immediately abuses her. Alejandra tries to rebel, but she cannot resist Manuel's power. When Manuel comes out, he closes the bathroom door again with the cupboard and pretends nothing has happened. At night, they move from their previous room to the beach. They lit a bonfire until they fell asleep there. Alejandra is seen sleeping there too. Soon, they wake up and want to move to their room to rest again. However, they don't invite Alejandra to go inside, so she still sleeps. Alejandra's friends do have evil hearts. They are pouring their urine on Alejandra to wake her up. Alejandra wakes up but doesn't get angry or try to fight her friends and stays still. But it doesn't stop there. Her friends feel that Alejandra smells like urine and doesn't deserve to be in the room. So they ask Alejandra to wash up on the beach and ask her to dive that very night. Finally, her friends also return to play and swim at the beach. After they finish, one of them asks where Alejandra is. That's when they realize that Alejandra has disappeared. They shout Alejandra's name, but there is no answer. They decide to go back to the room and keep this incident a secret from anyone. The next day, when their teacher calls her students, she calls out Alejandra's name, but there is no answer. She checks Alejandra's room, but she can't find it either. Not knowing where Alejandra is, the teacher calls Alejandra's father and asks if Alejandra is with him. The teacher says Alejandra is missing, making Roberto very worried, and he immediately rushes to their place. Arriving there, he gathers all the people who were with Alejandra last night. Her father asks why they don't immediately report that Alejandra is missing and keeps it a secret until the next day. At that time, her friends are still trying to defend themselves by saying that they are just playing and swimming as usual. They don't know if Alejandra is missing and why she is missing. Roberto reports the case to the police so that Alejandra can be found as soon as possible. However, the police deny this because Alejandra used drugs so that she could not control herself. Running out of ways, Roberto looks for a lawyer to be able to handle the case of his missing daughter. Roberto comes home, and he finds the tape lying by his door. He is curious and immediately checks the contents of the video. Roberto is shocked when he sees the tape containing his daughter's scandal. The next day, Roberto comes to school and calls José. He asks if José recorded it, and José admits it, but he doesn't upload it to the internet. José doesn't know who shared the video because his phone was left in the bathroom at the time. Since then, Roberto has realized that Alejandra is often the target of bullying by her friends. He knows this bullying also leads to harassment and makes him very angry. Finally, the children who were with Alejandra last night gather in one room. Some say that that night Alejandra was thrown into the water, and this confession makes them quarrel and blame each other. In the afternoon, Roberto is seen watching a house and waiting until morning comes. When a car leaves the house, Roberto follows them until it reaches its destination and stops. When he sees a woman getting out of the car, Roberto immediately approaches the person in the vehicle. It turns out that Roberto intends to kidnap José, the person who made a scandal with Alejandra. He takes José to a hotel and waits until nightfall. When they leave the hotel, Roberto ties up José's body and covers his mouth. They go to the beach and take José out to sea in a small boat. In the middle of the ocean, with all Roberto's anger, he throws José into the water and leaves him alone. Roberto does this so that José's mother also feels what he felt when he lost Alejandra. He thinks that if Alejandra is lost at sea, José must also be lost at sea. But it turns out that Alejandra did not drown and survived the night. She purposely hid until morning. Alejandra went to the bus station and went to her old house. Arriving there, she entered the house through the window and slept there without anyone knowing. All of this happened because of bullying. Roberto had lost his mind and only did what he thought was right. He had lost his wife, and now he had to lose his daughter. Since he doesn't think anyone can help him find his daughter, Roberto chooses to eliminate José to make things even. Likewise, Alejandra decided to disappear rather than others knowing her whereabouts to make her life much calmer. Don't normalize bullying. Thank you for watching and see you next time.